good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Foles gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Here's Foles. The screen pass here to Cohen. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the 1st down. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured bear on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, the very, very talented Andrew Luck.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah. How
does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. To throw is Locke. Now a hit, and Locke lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Oh, and he's taken down here by his face mask by the looks of it. And a penalty flag is going to give a much better starting position. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10.
There's so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Now Foles. He finds Matthews. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. And now a look at the offense for Chicago.
Running back Tariq Cohen brings us all to our feet when he's on the field because you never know how they're going to utilize it. In 2018, was able to run, throw, and catch a touchdown pass. And in addition, was a 2018 Pro Bowl return specialist for the NFC. The human joystick makes everything better when he's on the field.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. And that is incomplete here. A look there at how the Raiders will start defensively. And they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
They run with David Montgomery, the 3rd-round pick from Iowa State. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On 2nd down, it's Montgomery. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Back to throw. And he's got Miller. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. He'll drop to throw. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Now they'll throw here out of the gun to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
2nd down and goal. Foles. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown Bears. Allen Robinson. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the 2nd quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
This is taken at his 4. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well.
Check down right.
On 1st down, it's long. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give him a 1st down. 15 yards that time for the Raiders. 2nd year in Oakland for Waller after being signed off the Ravens practice squad, but only 6 catches, 75 yards a season ago. Then he got a lot of hype in the offseason following OTAs. Their offensive coordinator saying, yeah, Darren, you have that position. Coach Gruden went as far as to say, Darren, you have the chance of a lifetime here. Well, now it's time for Darren Waller to go out there and prove it. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Love. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Again, Love. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. On 1st down, Huntley. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Roquan Smith, fresh off a solid rookie campaign, in on the tackle for Chicago.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
His 1st catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down. A shotgun snap for Love. This is caught. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Throwing again on second down. Luck. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Tyrell Williams, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and we are tied at 7. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A reminder about Sunday Night Football later tonight. It's a rematch from the divisional round last year. Colts and Chiefs from Arrowhead. Then tomorrow on Monday night, the Browns and 49ers from Levi's Stadium, with the Browns already playing their third primetime game in the season's first 5 weeks.
Here we go. 180. Check, 47. Hey, man. Watch the boot.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw here. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. And now Oakland ready to take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. And now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Looking to throw again on second down. Luck, and he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Luck. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Here's Luck. And this one's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's the Raiders punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. This will be fielded at the 17. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards, and the Bears take over. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
To throw again on second down. Foles. Caught by Montgomery. It's a loss of 2, now third down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side, but for lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on third? Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. They wound up getting nothing out of that second down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10. Foles. And he finds his tight end, Graham. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taken in at the 22. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. To throw is Long. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The sack there by Roquan Smith.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's the Raiders punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he fields it cleanly.
Let's go, baby. Let's
So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have. We now proceed to the start of the second half. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. The throw complete here to Williams. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's Luck. This one caught by Ridley. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The second quarter starts off with a bang as they snag over 30 yards. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From the 50, it's Luck. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley. That'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Luck now to throw. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To the air again, Luck. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip.
On 2nd down now. Huntley about 3 yards there to the 27. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. He completes it to Bryant. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
2nd and goal from the 1. Luck. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Raiders have taken the lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it ends with an Oakland touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And there is a flag as he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. But who's this going to be against?
Defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Automatic first down.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Here's Foles. This is caught by Robinson. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Following the penalty, Montgomery. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another 1st down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off.
Here we go, I got you. Set is the mic. Hey, watch your leg.
Now Foles. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Gotta love a guy who'll stand in there and deliver. No matter what the pressure, waits for the route to come open, hangs in there, and completes the pass.
They'll run with Montgomery. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. 2nd and 3. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Cordero Patterson, his first touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter, out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster. Vinatieri
connecting on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the third quarter.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Welcome back now here in London. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the fourth quarter. Throwing on second and long. Luck, and he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. They snap it to Locke. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from fourth down to first. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on first down. Huntley. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Locke. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 40. What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
On first down, Huntley. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Throwing is Locke. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. He's looking for another 4-sack game. That's how many he had last week. That's his 3rd.
And when I watch him rush the passer, the thing that always comes to mind for me is how well he uses his hands. The martial arts stuff that a lot of guys do in the offseason to work on those, paying dividends for him. He's getting home in a big way.
And his throw intercepted by the all-pro corner Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end, and he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They're going to look to throw. And he finds Montgomery complete. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Take it at the 37. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
From just shy of midfield, Luck. And his throw intercepted by the all-pro corner, Kyle Fuller.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
A quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the 29, Foles. It's complete to Robinson. 7 yards there and a 1st down. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Montgomery, he's got it on the draw. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Finds his target, Montgomery. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. They go play action here on 1st down. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. That's gonna be knocked away and incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Montgomery back to the ground. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Right there on the coverage to knock that ball away was Mike Hughes. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now it's Luck. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
59. Watch the run.
Hey, Charlie.
Mike 5'9.
Luck. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. He's looking for Ridley again, and that'll bring up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Luck now to throw. This one caught by Ridley. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. And we have free football. Overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. Foles. The connection made. It's Graham. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
A 4-receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. And Graham's got it. Complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. First down. Here's the run with Montgomery. Great move by Montgomery. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. A huge play there in overtime. 43 yards. So the first drive here in OT and a huge run not only gets him into enemy territory, but into the enemy's red zone.
Remember, this used to be field goal territory. Go ahead and kick it, win the game. Now, you set yourselves up for the touchdown. What a promising start for this drive.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. 2nd and long. And he finds his tight end, Graham. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4.
Offense.
And this looks like it's going to be holding. So that one a hold, right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
It's caught outright by Graham. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Probably thinking they got to be careful not to force anything here in overtime. This is 3rd and a mile right now. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face. Good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they take a 17-14 lead. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up, because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive, they're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Keeping the aggression going on defense in overtime here, a first down blitz.
You know you can get burned on it big time if they pick it up, but in this situation, they brought the blitz, put some pressure on the QB, and he wasn't able to complete a pass downfield.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Now less than 2 minutes to go here in OT in a 3-point game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check, 59, 59. Let's go. 12. We got to step.
Hey, Delta.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59.
Here's Locke. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Check. Gone right. Twist. Check 3. Slam. Hey, check. 11V. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
Hey, Alpha. Ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They
Throwing again is Locke. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. He's looking for Ridley again, but now it's 3rd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
11. Mike's 59. I'm coming for you, son.
Throwing on 3rd down, Locke. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. A gain of 32 that time. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
Hey, box truck.
58 to Mike. It's our field.
Now a first down throw. Locke completes it to Aguilar. Oh, the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal.
It's a little bit different size than they're used to seeing in Chicago, playing the middle linebacker position. But undersized or not, his speed is absolutely overwhelming. And when he arrives with a thump. The city of broad shoulders loves Roquan Smith.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. They'll keep it on the ground. Richard. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
And that's a major league loss of yardage and probably loss of momentum. You're snapping the ball at the 1-yard line before you suffer that big loss.
Yeah, you think of losing any yardage from the 1 is bad. To go that far. There's Foles. He's got it to Matthews, complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Foles.
Pass interference. Defense.
Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Well, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and very rarely in the National Football League you tie. But that's what we had here. Each team with a field goal in the extra session, but nobody could separate.
I'm glad you went in that direction because I thought the next thing was going to be, and sometimes it rains, but that's not really the case here, right? Look, if this is college football, they keep playing. You know, they're going to break that